Alright, squad, you already know what it is. Isle Royale National Park. Going from Rock Harbor to Winnebago. Let's do this. Alright, so Isle Royale National Park is located in Michigan, in the middle of Lake Superior, and is one of the most remote national parks in the lower 48. Therefore, it is also one of the least visited. However, it is said that it's so beautiful that it is one of the most revisited national parks. So, we're gonna put that to the test this week. And then since it's so remote, and the fact that it is an island, your options of getting here are limited. So, if you're coming from Michigan, there are 2 ferries that leave from different places in the UP. Otherwise, there's a ferry from Minnesota, that's the one I took, that will get you here. And if you're just coming, I don't know what I'm saying. But which honestly, even if you're not from Minnesota or that general direction, I do kind of recommend the Minnesota ferry because it goes to Winnebago, which is the Southern Ranger Station area. Otherwise, the 2 in Michigan just go to Rock Harbor, which is where I started. Otherwise, you will have to transfer boat. So if you're coming from, like, I don't know, Texas or whatever, your best bet would be to take the ferry from Minnesota. Although, I don't know what I'm saying. But obviously, I don't know your situations, but that's your best bet because, yeah. And then besides the ferries, there's also a seaplane option, which I'm not sure seems expensive. Other than that, you just have the option of your personal boat. So yeah. So obviously I took the Voyager 2 over from Minnesota, and yeah, it was a 6.5 hour, well, there was a time change, because for whatever reason, it's not at Central Time. I guess Michigan is in Eastern Time, which is weird. But it's said to be a 6-hour boat ride. I think it was a little bit longer than that. At least it felt longer than that. But yeah, so it's 2 hours across to get to Winnebago, and then I took the ferry around the island to Rock Harbor, and now we're hiking back to Winnebago, where obviously I'll be picked up by the ferry in a few days and shuttled back to Grand Portage. That's where the ferry drops off. Alright, and then my plan for today, well, I guess we have options today. Basically, the 2 options are we can hike 3 miles to the very original named 3-mile campground, or there is another option 7 miles away called the Daisy Farms. Now, my goal is to get to Daisy Farms. We'll see what happens. They put Daisy Farms on my permit, but the permit process is flexible. So, yeah. That's that. Alright, squad, I have made it to camp. I've also set up my tent. Even though this is technically not a site or spot or whatever, but like everything was taken. I did 2 loops, went in the overflow, everything was taken, even though people aren't following their like claiming thing or whatever. But whatever, dude. I guess I'll just camp here. I mean, technically you are allowed to stealth, but like from what I saw, you have to be like a 1/4 of a mile from like all water, including Lake Superior, and Lake Superior is literally like right there. So, like, but like half this camp is like inside that radius, so I don't know what you're talking about. So whatever. Anyways, I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna make some ramen and then probably just go right to sleep because I'm tired. So yeah. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, squad. It is just 9 a.m. I'm just leaving camp, and yeah, there's not sure what my plan is for today. My original plan was to hike to Chicken Bone Lake, but that's like only 10 miles away, or just under, so I think I might push on. There's another campsite 7 miles after that, so I guess that's my goal. I forget the name of it. Anyways, especially since I camped at Daisy last night. If I camped at 3 Mile, then probably I would have camped there, because then that's, you know, another 4 miles, and I don't need to do a 20-mile day. Oh my god, that's a big fly. So, yeah, bit of a late start, but it's like 8 a.m. my time, because Michigan has to be in the Eastern time zone or whatever. So whatever. I'm not too worried about the late start. I mean, we only have like, it's not like we're trying to do a crazy amount of miles today anyways. Just gonna see where the day takes us. Anyways, first stop today is Mount Ojibwe. It's like just under 2 miles away from camp, so yeah, I guess that's our first goal, so let's do it. So I've officially passed Chick-fil-A Lake, even though I didn't really see it, but like I passed like the trails that go there, and so my guess is that the trail will become a little bit more rugged, and I mean not more rugged, I mean it has been slightly rugged, but like it shouldn't be too bad, but like it will become more, there'll be less people, that's what I'm trying to say. There'll be less people just because I'm officially out of the, like, easy places you can get to from Rock Harbor, and it's like Chickbone Lake is like the extent of it, because like there's a lot of loops and stuff, and there's like also a trail that goes from Chickbone Lake to this other place where the Voyager picks up. So hopefully we shouldn't have any problems camping from now on. Everything should be good and clear in that department. But other than that, we got 6.5 more miles to Hatchet Lake where we're camping tonight. So we should easily be able to knock them out. And yeah, it's pretty much this trail all the way to the other end of the island, which is basically the only trail I've been on today, the Gemstone Ridge Trail, because yeah, it's one of the only two options. The other one being Mingon Ridge Trail or whatever it's called, on the northern end of the island. But I thought, well, I saw most of the northern end of the island from the ferry, so we're gonna take the center Ridge Trail down this one, the stupid mosquito, the Ming Ridge Trail. So yeah, let's do this last 6.5 miles. Hey, want to see something stupid? This island right here is Ryan Island. And you're probably like, why is that stupid? Well, Ryan Island is the biggest island on the biggest lake, on the biggest island, in the biggest lake in the world. Yeah, anyways, back to hiking. Alright, squad, I have made it to camp. I've set up my tent. I have my sleeping bag and puffy on my bare land just so that they dry out a little bit. And I'm not putting everything in my tent because that still has to dry out a little bit too, because of the dew this morning. Because I didn't stop and air them out today because honestly, I was all go this morning while it was still like damp on the ground, and then when I stopped for lunch, it was overcast, so I didn't feel the need to put it out. But now there's a little bit of sun poking through, so that's good or whatever. So yeah, my plan for tomorrow is probably to do like 12-ish miles. We'll see how I feel. Because the site I have on my permit or whatever, Island Mind, it's supposed to be going to, I guess, but like whatever on here is not, it's not like concrete or whatever. I just want to kind of know where you were. So yeah, I guess that's that. Because you just this is just like saying you have a permit, so you have a permit, and permits are free. I don't know why. It's weird. But yeah, it was free to get or whatever. You just have to pay the like park entrance fee, which is like $7 a day. So like I paid like $35 to be in the park, and I mean a national park pass was like $60. So if you have that, I guess park pass would permits would be free, but whatever. And you're supposed to like kind of have this easy accessible some rangers want you to have it like hanging on your pack, kind of like they do in Shenandoah. But the ranger I talked to, who gave me the permit, is just like, just have it easily accessible. So, yeah. And then when you're camping, you're supposed to like put it either like on your tent, or like some sites have like the little like number things when you walk in to your site or whatever. You're supposed to put that on that. So, yeah, that's that. I'm exhausted. And it's not even like 6 o'clock yet. So, yeah. Like when I got here, I like laid down for 20 minutes. But that's that. I'm filtering water back here. I'm not sure if it's working or not. I was too lazy to squeeze my Sawyer, so here, I'll show you. I set it up to gravity filter, although I am missing I'm completely missing my water bottle here. All right, you already know I made mac and cheese. And can we just all agree that swivels are the best, like, noodle shape? Can we just all agree that right now? Also got some electrolytes in here, so staying hydrated. So yeah. That's pretty much all that is left for today, because after I finish this, I'm gonna blow up my pad, crawl into my tent, and probably watch Moana and pass out, because I'm not tired. So yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I am currently leaving camp. It is just after 8:30. Yeah. I didn't sleep the best last night because I kept seeing like lightning in the distance, and I was like super paranoid it was gonna rain, because like, you know, my luck with national parks, but like it didn't, and my tent was like pretty much completely dry because there's no dew, because I'm not next to Lake Superior, I'm just next to this lake. So yeah, I guess it's not like supposed to rain till like Saturday. Tomorrow's Saturday. According to the weather report I got like 4 days ago. Or 3 days ago or whatever. So yeah. Today my goal is to hike 12 miles. My campsite's in 12 miles. And yeah, if I'm still feeling good once I get there, or if there's still like a lot of time, I might push on. The campsite just under 5 miles after that. But no pressure there. Other than that, it's not much else to say. I guess today the first like thing I'll see is there's a fire tower, or like a tower in like 4 miles, so that'll be the first like get to it point. Other than that, there's not much else. The thing about this campsite that I camped at here is it's like half a mile off the trail I'm using, the gemstone trail, the trail I'm taking to get across the island. So yeah, let's do this thing. Alright, so I'm officially off the Gemstone Ridge Trail, and I got to where I was supposed to camp tonight, and at Iron Mine, and the mosquitoes were like really bad there, and I was talking to some other hikers who just they like did the Feltman loop the opposite direction I'm going, and that's what I'm doing next, basically, and they're just like, yeah, it's really overgrown. So if I have to deal with overgrown trail tomorrow, I may as well do these 4.5 miles or whatever today than tomorrow. And then if it's not as bad as they said, I can always just push it to Wendigo, and camp there. I think there's a campground there. I'm not sure exactly how the permit system works there. I think it's the same as them. Because those hikers that I was talking to are pushing to Wendigo, which, awesome. Yeah, so plan for tonight is Siskisqua campground. It's in like 4.5 miles from here. And yeah, it's on the lake, so we'll see what happens. Probably be dewy, but I guess I'll take a dew over mosquitoes. I guess that's my decision. I'm not turning around now. So yeah, it's pretty much it, I guess. So I guess time to keep hiking. Alright, so I made it to camp. I'm just chilling here on the beach. Eat some ramen. I got here at like 5, so not that big of a deal or whatever. I am a little bit worried about tomorrow because they say it's supposed to rain. At least that's what the weather update said like 3 days ago. And these clouds are coming in. So, and the people I talked to this afternoon were going the opposite direction as me, said that there was this next stretch I'm doing is bushwhack basically for 10 miles. So yay, it's gonna suck. But yeah. Alright, so after I finished saying that, it immediately started to rain. So I'm just finishing my ramen at my shelter. Luckily, was a shelter left. There's only 2 at this campsite. But I'm so thankful that I don't have to set up a tent and deal with the rain. Just can be in here. So the shelters are first come, first served, just like the campsites, and you just have to put your little hanging tag on the park thingy, just like you would any other campsite. And you have this mosquito net on. Other than that, it's a pretty typical lean-to. So yeah. Here's the inside. Alright, squad. The sun has gone down. It's only 9 p.m. It's still somewhat light outside. But I'm in my shelter. It just looks kind of like an AT shelter with a screen in the front. And that's pretty much it. Also, there's a fox that has been stalking me. It's still afraid of people, but it's obviously caught on to the fact that campers equal food, so I don't know where the bear box is for this site. All the other sites have had a bear box, but I've not seen it. so I don't know where it is. I do have my food hanging just outside. But yeah, I guess I would feel more comfortable with it in the bigger box, knowing that there is a active animal trying to get food, but whatever. Um, so yeah, that's that. I also did talk to two other hikers that went the opposite direction as me, or they're going the opposite direction as me. So they did confirm that tomorrow it will be bushwhacky, and but they said it's not too bad. So I do think the first people I talked to today overhyped it a bit. But fingers crossed. Also, they said that they don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so that's good. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. So I got you up to speed. So I guess it's time to go to sleep or watch Moana and then go to sleep. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. It is 8:30 and I'm all packed up, leaving my shelter. So yeah, I guess the goal for today is to do the 10 miles to Feltman Lake. And then we'll see how I feel after that. From what I've heard, it is going to be a bushwhack, and that sounds awful, especially since it did downpour last night. It did rain, thundered, but I was luckily in my shelter, so I didn't get wet, and nothing I owned got wet, except for my permit here. So yeah, the only downside with that is that everything, like the forest, is wet, and if this is gonna be a bushwhack, it means I'm most likely gonna get wet from rubbing against all the trees and brush and stuff, which does not sound fun, but I'm not waiting around for it to dry up. And since it did storm last night, the positive is that it hopefully shouldn't storm tonight. So yeah, anyways, I guess, yeah, let's do this thing. Alright, I have made it to Feltman Lake. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just enjoying my Milanos and contemplating my situation, because I can either push it to the 8 more miles to Wendigo. I mean, it is only 4 p.m. and I am gonna be bored for the rest of the day. However, the reason to stay here is because everybody, and I do mean everybody, coming the opposite direction as me. So they saw a moose here in the morning. So this is a really good place to see a moose, I guess, in the morning. But I would have to wait till tomorrow morning to see it, probably. But my ferry picks up tomorrow at 1 p.m. and you need to be there by noon because of airport rules or whatever. So that sucks. So it's just do I stay here and push those 8 miles tomorrow, which is doable, but it'd be a push? Or do I push it now? Also, do I care about this moose? So that's all the reason to come. But I mean, it would be nice if I just saw the moose now, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it, and I could put it on, but whatever. So I'm just gonna contemplate that for a while while I eat my Milanos, and then make a decision. Alright, so I have decided to leave the campsite and push the 8 miles to Wendigo. However, I did get to see a dead fish. So no moose. So I may or may not regret that. But I don't want to be bored until the sun goes down. I mean, it's only like 2 p.m. So, like, what am I supposed to do for like 6-7 hours until the sun goes down? I'd rather spend those 6-7 hours hiking than having to wake up tomorrow early-ish and push all the way to Wendigo, and then I don't know. I think tomorrow just being chill in Wendigo will be nice and simple and easy, and I don't think I'll regret that, hopefully. But my chances to see a moose have basically dropped to 0. Which is unfortunate, which means all I have to do is come back or do something else or whatever. I mean, I think I have seen a moose before, so. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. So, 8 miles to Wendigo. Let's do it. Alright, I have set up my camp, made some mac and cheese, so I'm gonna make this quick so I can eat it. I'm so tired. I did check, there's no shelters left. All of them were taken, so luckily there were camping spots left, so like all the camping spots were left, all the shelters were taken. So yeah, that's that. I really did not walk past I walked past the ranger station and like all the like amenities that Wendigo has. Like there's a restaurant over there, I think, and like there's a hotel or something, like a lodge or whatever. Ranger station, obviously. I had to walk past all that stuff because the campsite's on the other side, which is kind of annoying that I had to walk that extra little bit, but whatever. I'm over here and I don't have energy to explore. I just walk directly here. So yeah, that's that. And I'm so exhausted. That last 4 miles or last 8 miles, those 8 miles, it took 4 hours, and yeah, so I'm glad I did that today, I guess, because had I done it yesterday, I would have to start hiking at like 8 a.m. and the earliest I started hiking was 8:30, which I mean is doable, but like I would have been pushing it. And yeah, so tomorrow I just have to simply wake up and walk probably like 0.1, 0.2, maybe 0.3 over to the dock and just chill. So yeah, that's all I have to do tomorrow. Until then, I don't think I'm gonna move, except for maybe to put my food in the bear box. But other than that, I'm gonna eat my mac and cheese, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright, day 5. I've officially woken up. It's currently 11 o'clock. I woke up at like, well, I was up at like, I don't know, 7 or whatever because the plane woke me up or whatever, and then I went back to sleep, and then to like 10, and then I got out of bed and packed everything up. So yeah, it's officially 11, which means you have 2 hours to kill. So and the sky does look like cloudy, so it might rain. I know there's rain in the forecast. I'm not sure when that's supposed to be, so I didn't want to like have my camp get rained on. So I'm officially packed up, headed over to the docks, where I will officially end my hike at the Wendigo sign, and then yeah, just chill for 2 hours waiting for the boat. And let me tell you, I'm so glad I did those 8 miles yesterday, because I am so happy I could just get to chill. I got to sleep in. It felt good, other than that stupid airplane that woke me up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So all I have to do is hike these couple miles, not a couple miles, not even 1 mile. Probably not even like half a mile, maybe like 1 mile max, probably less than that, back to the dock. So yeah, I really don't have much to say. I guess on this hike, I did feel, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess the Isle Royale National Park, it gives you a lot like, it's very similar to like the terrain on the Superior hiking trail, which makes sense because they're both like Superior North Shore hikes. But some of the trails were a bit overgrown. It was like kind of that rocky, you know what I mean, that rocky, like, not like stone flats or whatever, on the ridges, and yeah, so we did 7 miles the first day, 16 miles the second day, which was supposed to be the biggest day, 17 miles that third day, and then 18 miles yesterday, and today, not even one. So yeah, I did get 2 blisters, one very small one on the back of my left foot, right above my sock. So I think it was just from like my sock rubbing. And then I did get one on my right big toe. I think that might be the other way around. That the small one was on my right foot and the big one's on my left foot. Yeah, on my left big toe, the small one was on my right foot. See, I don't even know. But 2 blisters. So I think the one on my foot was because I was feeling hot spots pretty much the whole time, but like it wasn't blister conditions until I had to hike through the wet forest yesterday when it rained on me a little bit. And then you bushwhack, and then all the water runs down your legs from the bushes and trees and stuff. Excuse me. Trees and stuff. And then, yeah. So that's that. Unfortunately, I did not see a moose. Park ranger last night said that, the campground I camped in, there are common to see a moose there, but you know, she's a park ranger, and I feel like she was trying to gaslit me into using the bear box, more or less, which I was gonna use it anyways, but like, I get this urge that park rangers exaggerate stuff to like get you to follow safety. Like when I was in Glacier, they told me that I needed micro spikes when I didn't. Stuff like that. They just like to exaggerate stuff to make a point. Like they said, like the wolves were out of control. Didn't see any wolves either. All I saw was that box. And yeah, all I did was hang my food that night. Even though that campsite did have a bear box. I didn't see it until the day after. But whatever. They should put like, that's the other thing I saw, like on like all the campsites or whatever have like a campground map or whatever to show like where the privies and the sites are and the cabins or whatever. They don't have the bear boxes on there, which is really annoying. So yeah. What else can I tell you? That's pretty much it. Navigation wise, I just used Gaia. That pretty much worked. I think that's pretty much your only option unless you want to use a paper map or whatever, Caltoba or whatever you want, other offline maps you want to use. It's not like there's like a 4-out or anything for it. Maybe there's an Avenza, I really don't know. Just that guy has always worked for me and it worked fine here too. So yeah. Also, to go back to the injury thing, my left ankle is feeling it, but that's common to when I start on hikes or whatever. It's normal. I don't know why that is. Like, it happened on the FHT last year. It happened on the CDT the year before. It's bizarre, but it always happens. So, I don't know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, my arches were hurting a little bit yesterday just because I was pushing it, but I do have arch support in, so that always helps. I think that takes care of that problem. It's just like pushing big miles. 18 miles is a big mile day. See, I don't even consider 18 miles a big mile day anymore. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. So I'm just gonna walk to the sign and I'll check in you then. Alright, so that's the end of the hike. Hope you like this video. Pretty much all that's left for me to do is wait around for this boat to take me back to my car so I can drive home and then take a shower. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see y'all next time.